Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode of Friday Night Explorer, it's an oldie but a goodie, we're going to explore Fynn the Fangbearer Deathtouch Toxic deck again. So there's not really any new cards that were introduced in the current Duskmourn standard for this card, but I really wanted to try out this version again because I got nostalgia and I feel like the combination of having to only get to 10 poison rather than 20 damage is pretty good in the current meta where there's a lot of life gain and a lot of people are prepared for those red aggro decks, so they have life gain for their deck to fight that. In addition to that, this deck, because it's Golgari, right, it has black mana, which means that we can put in a lot of removal spells, and removal spells are always very good against those mono red aggro decks that I've been talking about and kind of shit talking about the whole time. So that's what this deck is about. So let's talk about the whole deck list. In the early games, our creatures are going to be 4 Bilious Skulldweller, 4 Venerated Rat Priest, so either Deathtouch Toxic or Toxic, and then more Toxic if we could target our creatures. And then for 2-drop, we have 2 Blightbelly Rat and 4 Fynn the Fangbearer. So this is our package for early game creatures to help us push through damage. Then going to turn 3, we have 4 Bloated Contaminator, 2 Glissa Sunslayer, and turn 4 we got 1 Necrogen Rat Priest. So that's kind of the idea of the creature package. Everything is toxic or death touch, right? Everything technically is all toxic except for Fynn, which is death touch, but once we touch our opponent, they get toxic twice or poison twice. So that's the idea. And the crazy thing about Necrogen Rat Priest is that if we pay 3, we can make our toxic creature death touch. Actually, Glissa's not toxic. Glissa's also death touch, but we can make our toxic creature death touch. So if we pay 3 and we turn Venerated Rat Priest into toxic and death touch, and we have Fynn the Fangbearer out, now they're gonna take 1 from the toxic, 1 here, 2 more from the death touch triggering Fynn. So Venerated Rat Priest will deal 3 toxic to them. That's 30% of their life with 1 attack. And if they target it, they take more toxic. So that's the idea of this combo. Now, of course, this combo also has other side effects, like a bunch of removal and proliferate. So in the the 1 mana removal, we have 4 Fatal Push, and then we have also 2 Undying Malice and 2 Tameo Safekeeping as protection spells for our creatures, so that they don't die, they get hexproof, and if they do die, they can come back because they're undying. So that is this side of the deck with the 1-drops, and then the 2-drops we have 4 Drowning Ichor. That's a removal that also proliferate, and then we have 4 Infectious Bite. This is not just a removal. This is actually really great in this deck. It's not just a removal, right? It's target creature deal damage equal to its power to a creature you don't control. Well, we have Death Touch, so if we use this, that's a sure kill. But each opponent gets a poison counter. They just get one. This doesn't matter. They just get it regardless. And this is a period, right? Not a comma, which means that you still get to do that poison counter even if you don't kill their creatures. So Infectious Bite is great. That's why I have 4 in the deck. And then we have 2 Necrogen Communion. This card is also insane because it gives it Toxic 2. If you put this on your Venerated Rat Priest, so turn 1 Rat Priest, turn 2 Necrogen Communion, what happens is that now you targeted your Rat Priest, that's an extra 1 Toxic, or the 1 Poison, and then you attack with the Rat Priest. This is Toxic 1, this is Toxic 2, so on turn 2 your opponent already got 4 poison counters just through 1 attack. And then if they don't answer turn 3, they get another 3 more, and that's already 7. And everything else we need to do, getting up to 10 from 7 is just cakewalk. So yeah, this deck should be very, very, very fast. Now, the land base, we're going to have to cut a lot of lands because we're very short, a very aggressive deck. So we have 21 lands total. That is 2 swamps, 2 forests, 1 Takenuma, 1 Boseiju, 4 Blooming Marsh, 3 Land War Waste, 4 Overgrown Tomb, 2 Woodland Cemetery, and then 2 Murex. So we got a lot of dual color lands, pretty expensive to get these. But if you don't have them, you can run basic lands or other type of 2-color lands, and it probably will still work, right? If you don't have 4 Overgrown Tomb, just have more Land War Waste also works. And if you don't have that many Land War Waste or Woodland Cemetery, you can run the Pathways. Those are all potentially good enough land cards, but since I have these, I'm going to run them. And then, of course, one thing that you have to remember, Drowning Ichor. We're not running Go for the Throw. We're not running Annoying I forgot what annoying something is. The one that if your opponent is have 3 or more toxic, you can exile any creature. Sounds good. It does not have proliferate. This deck is not going to be fast enough without these kind of proliferates that helps it along the way. So that's the whole idea of this deck. And now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Beho 7. He's a whole 7, alright. Hey, we're gonna go first with four lands. Really? Alright. You're gonna be a jerk like that. There's 21 lands in his deck. We're gonna draw 4 lands in the opener. Like, what the actual heck? Alright. I guess I gotta tempo this out, right? If he has removal, he has removal. If I don't tempo the Fangbearer out, I feel like I'm just gonna be in more trouble. Of course, he's gonna have something else. Oh, he just takes it? That's surprising. Let's see. I could have the Bloated Contaminator out. What can he do? He counters this and then kills my Fynn, and then I have nothing. If I don't do anything, he'll probably draw a card. Either way, he has a counter spell, right? So playing into this counter spell means nothing here. He'll just draw a card. Or get lost. He'll be back. And now he's a 2/4. Temporary lockdown. Alright, that locks everything down here. Let's get bloated. Okay, as a Wandering Emperor time maybe? Or a creature you don't control. Well. There it is.
Now you've done it. Hat's coming off. I am almost sad to see you go.
Yeah, this is not turning out well against a control deck. It's just gonna eat everything I have. Huh.
Our swords will cross again. Let your blade do the talking.
Just drown it. Then we attack. Flanker. What are you gonna do? Gain 2 life. Should let him scry first, but I don't know if we need full control mode to protect us from the blocking. All right. Getting Sunfall here. Not getting Sunfall here. Alright, he's going all the way up to 8. That's fine. Memory Deluge. I think if he taps out for a Sunfall, we just win, right? Because we can Mirix 1/1, go bring him up to 9, and then drown Ichor our own Mirix, proliferate to 10. And if he kills the rat with not an exile ability, then he'll also get proliferated. Yeah, this is really weird when he took the Fynn attack, and then he was exiling the Bilious Skulldweller, not the rat. I don't get it. There's Mirix. Now we draw another land. Of course we do. When it's the important times, we're gonna draw land. Get lost. Proliferate. And then march. Can't stop that. But what we can do, since it proliferates, we're gonna trick him. Alright, so we're gonna make a 1/1. Drown our own 1/1. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Proliferate you to death. GG. We got him with the toxic because he took the Fynn attack. I don't know why he did that. He could have just get lost it. Alright, our opponent is Akron Wood. We're gonna go first. We got a swamp into Skull Welders for days. That seems fun. Alright, they're aggro. This tells me that there's some form of... Ooh, okay. That's not what I expected. It's got Ward 2, right? So we'll just attack and see what happens, I guess. Do we Necrogen? Then he has to block. It doesn't do anything right. What is this deck? I'm so confused. Like, I don't want to put a Necrogen on this because it doesn't do anything, so let's just attack. Why not? Generous Visitor. No way. He's playing off one land? Our friend here is a one-lander. Interesting turn of events here. I drown you in Ichor. It's gonna block one of those. No? Just gonna let it happen. Just gonna let it happen. There's the second land. Sheltered by Ghosts. Alright, can't stop that. It's got double Ward 2. Cool. And then he attacks. You got it. He's gonna gain those life. But then my Necrogen Communion is gonna make it Toxic 3. Yeah, that's a lot. Audacity? Yo, it's so big. That's what this deck does? Curious Obsession? Yeah. Very big. Very big creature. Ethereal Armor? Oh man, am I dead? No, 9. Well, I'll take your 9. You gain 9 life. You draw a card. My turn. Okay, so GG. That's 3, right? Man, that's scary. But how do you fight against Edict? Alright, our opponent is Kakugari 221. Cool avatar, but not letting me go first is so not cool. We'll keep, but this is not a great hand. They got red. They got Kumano. Alright. So this is shaping out to be a good hand. I guess we will throw in Overgrown Tomb. Gotta push. Whatever they play, we gotta push it. Oh, it's already a 2. They got a pump spell or something, right? Not yet. Not yet. Alright. We'll play a Rock Priest. They got a shock for my Rock Priest? No. And not gonna block. Take the 2. Cling. What does Cling do? I can't look at both sides of the card. Alright. +2 +0. We'll push it again. Just get out of here. We can drown this. But it takes our turn off Glissa, and I don't like it as much. But if I have Glissa, he just kind of kills it with like a... I like Glissa more this turn. I'm not blocking with a Rock Priest. I might as well get the Toxic in. Oh man, I'm at 1. This is gonna take forever. Does it have a 1 mana 3 damage spell? That'd be insane. Maybe it's a shock. Slick shot show up. Okay, can't block that. He's just gonna pump the slick shot. Makes sense. Monsters Rage. Yeah, it's a lot of damage. We are already down to 6. What do they have? Oh man, fun. That was very fun. This trash is an Explorer and Pioneer as well. I forgot about it. Alright, our opponent is Jorge B. I was gonna say George B, but I know how to pronounce his name. We got Skulldweller. We're going second, unfortunately, but we got Skulldweller, so I think I'm gonna keep. Yorian? Alright, what? Green, white, Yorian. My creature's gonna enter the play. Tap. Yikes. And he's gonna gain life. Wow, what a tech. Up the beanstalk. Alright, he's gonna draw some cards. So then... Go, Fynn. Give him the 3. Yeah, give him the 3. Already corrupted. He's gonna play a blocker here. Untapped. What are you gonna play? Leyline Binding. Which one is gonna Leyline Bind us? Fynn. So there's 2 school of thoughts, right? I can definitely Boseiju the Leyline. This will give him a land untapped, right? Let's see. Land type, put it onto the battlefield. Oh, not, yeah, untapped. So not even tapped. I don't want to do that. So I'm gonna just play the Boseiju as is. Then I can play the Venerated Rot Priest, taking another life. Now the question is, do I want to Necrogen Communion? And I think it's no, because I want to keep up the Tamio safety. If he targets my Rot Priest, okay, that is not targeting anything. He is being slow on this, which I appreciate. It's impending. Let's see how long you can impend. Necrogen Communion. Makes it toxic 3. Goes to 9. Let's give it safekeeping. You go to 10. GG. Aha! You think you have time for your domain? I don't think so. Not in today's world. Alright, our opponent is Sessoni. Second? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Maybe Italian? We're gonna go first. Rot Priest. Into Glissa later. Maybe. They mold on a 5. That's a pretty hefty mold. Alright, we got the 1 on. So now all the proliferates are gonna proliferate more. Invasion of Ixalan. Ah, it's mono green. Get Fynn the Fangbearer. We don't have any Death Touch right now, but we get to deal 2 damage. I can't target any of my creatures, but if he targets my creature, Kiora.
Why do I love Krakens? Just can't tell. The ocean surges.
And we're elf. Thanks. I wanted you to have that. I definitely wanted you to have that. Proliferate these, yeah. And his face. That seems fair. All to the face. Don't care about his Kiora. You take 6 or 4. Oh, geez, he's at 8? Looker nose. Cool. Draw your card. If I just target my creature, doesn't he just die? It's actually kind of funny. Alright, Fynn. You're gonna take one for the team. GG. Fynn took one for the team, and the team won. Thanks, Sasoni. You made me feel good about my deck again. Alright, our opponent is Rain. Is Rain gonna let us go first? No, they're like, I go first. I'm Rain. I always go first. I guess I got a mulligan this hand. Got no early game. This sort of has early game. Do we put back the Rot Priest? Cost 4. I don't have 4 mana, so it will have to go. We'll start with our Rot Priest. That way we can get a poison on if he targets. Bishop. Okay, what do we do here? Do we kill the Bishop? Do we play Fynn? Because whenever an angel dies, it gets a 1/1, right? So if I kill his next angel, I feel like he's gonna play another angel. Oh, it's kind of tricky because this is not Deathtouch. So I want to drown it, but next turn I'm not guaranteed to have anything. Yep, there's the righteous route. I'm thinking, jerk. I knew it. I'm gonna get mana screwed. It's either 5 lands or no lands. And they get Coco. Wow. And that was almost instant. Okay, so what do we do here? We drown one of these? I'll take the 2 life. Alright, we drown one of these. Let me go for the attack with the Fynn. Taking 3. I'll play another Rot Priest. Does he have another Coco? Basically. 2 Sky. Okay, what are you gonna target? That's real good. And those aren't spells, so I don't actually get any toxic on him. And now my Fynn doesn't do anything, right? He has to double block. If he wants to kill Fynn. And get a 1/1. I mean, it's fighting through 2 Cocos. I don't think I can fight through it that easily. I can kill the Bishop. Actually, I can kill the Skyclave. I think I should do that. Because then that gives me the 1/1. He takes it, goes up to 8. And we play a rat. Resplendent. Gain life from this. He didn't gain the life for the Resplendent. That's weird. Okay, well, we draw a land. Kind of the worst draw I could have gotten there. So, let's see. If I attack with the Fynn, he's going to have to block with probably the Resplendent. The Finn's attacking. If I attack with the rat, it's just going to die and proliferate. Well. That was not what I thought was going to happen. What was the point of that? He's at 9. Oh, in turn. gain a 4/4. I just need one proliferating spell, which doesn't always happen. He could have done that last turn if he just attacked with it. Well, I guess I could have blocked it and killed it. Yeah, that was fair. I'm down to 5. It's gonna be a land top deck for sure. Drown in Ichor. All right, let's savor this moment. Haha. All that your go, and you still suck. Thank you, deck. You made me happy. That was a game. I want to click I'm happy with that game, but it's not gonna show up this time. All right, our opponent is Snowman. Snowman, we're going first. Oh man, Jesus. All right, we have 3 lands, and once again, once we have 3 lands, the cards that we have are not playable. Okay, these are playable. Guess we will. This is insane, right? I think I put back a Necrogen. I want to have Tempo Place. Seems like they might have a counter spell. Maybe they have a bounce spell? I had to block the Rot Priest, but they're gonna get a lot here, and then we'll play the Blightbelly Rat. So it's a flash creature deck. Put it on our Fynn. Do you have another flash creature that might get the Rot Priest? This is a lot. I don't think that's gonna work. Target activated or trigger ability. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work if I give the creature hexproof because our ability doesn't have hexproof. This does not gonna work either. So this enchant ability is still on the creature, I think, but Fynn does not have the Death Touch anymore. Yeah, okay. If I attack with this, and he blocks with the Shauna, what do I do here? I won't be able to do anything. Merfolk deck. Well, I don't know what's going on here. What is this doing? Put 2+1/1. Target player shuffles up to 3 cards back to his library. That's all they're doing. And he blocks the rat. Now gets proliferate. Then we'll push it. Too bad he didn't have first strike. Ah, GG. If he had first strike, I could have got the trigger to come back because I would have killed it to Shauna. Oh well. GG. Alright, our opponent is Louise 2D. Looks kind of 3D to me, but I guess on my screen it's 2D. We're gonna go first. Does have a 2-drop, so I'll keep. This will give my Toxic Death Touch, but not my Death Touch Toxic. So, we'll figure something out. You can't really deal 3 damage with 1 mana. Not an instant speed. Hajar! Alright, Hajar. You're getting jarred right here. We jar ye. You can Zac in response if you want. You're getting 2 poison counters. And you're getting 2 more next turn. Bard class. Does he even have anything to level up with? Man, now it's tricky, right? Because I kind of want to blow up his Bard class. 2 less to cast. Right? I kind of want to blow up his Bard class. I don't know why I paid. Kind of just showing that I have a removal for his Bard class, I guess. Blow it up. You get another land, but you're not getting that Bard class trigger. No god for you. Haha, man, that is delicious. Alright, he's getting 7. Let's tap this for a black. We got the real Raw Priest, the 4-mana Raw Priest. We're really rotted. If I give him Death Touch, he's gonna deal so much. Ruby, okay, that's Ruby's haste. Alana Elena, no longer haste. And time for you to drown. Oh, GG. That was overwhelming. For our opponent, not for us. For us, it was overwhelmingly fun. Alright, our opponent is Twardy. Twardy. Twardy, we only have 1 land, so can we keep this hand, Twardy? What do you think? He does get to go first. You know what? Keep a 1-lander. I can just quit. Doesn't hurt that much. Slick Shaw, show off. Oh, now I gotta push the Slick Shot. Alright, what do we do here? I could drown the Swift Sphere. It's probably not a good idea. Seems like he has cards, right? So we'll play like this. Next turn we can bite the whatever creature he plays. If he has no bigger creature than Swift Sphere, we can do that. He's gonna claim. Seems like a pretty good card. Heartfire Hero. Seems like a lot of good cards. Attack us for 1. Alright, what are we doing here? We can bite? We're probably gonna bite, right? Bite is instant, so I don't know how to do it right now. If I attack with the Raw Priest, would he double block? He will double block, but I can't really get through it with anything. 3 mana. I could also play Glissa, but Glissa does not fight the Slick Shot at all. So I want to kill the Slick Shot, right? I guess I'm just not doing anything here. I'll take the 1 damage. Doesn't seem like the end of the world here. That's 2. Boseiju. Okay, we can play Fynn. Do we drown first? I think we drowned first. Then we play Fynn. Don't think he gets first strike, so this is going to be 3. Yeah, go all the way up to 6. Sure. He wants that scry. I'm at 15. Can he deal 15 damage to me this turn? Well, he can give it trample, but he cannot fling it. He does give it trample. So we're taking a lot. But I'm Death Touch. What else do you have? Second Monstrous Rage. That's a lot of damage, but your Swiss Spirit dies. Alright, then we get Glissa here. Gotta go quick. If he has a Slick Shot and a land, he can get through. No! Ah, GG. Take that, mono red. You want to play a degenerate deck? Go back to standard. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen all of those games, how did this deck feel? I really like these kind of aggressive pushes that are not just mono red and leyline deck. And yeah, Fynn the Fangbearer really pushed this toxic deck in Explorer or Pioneer into a potential, I guess, tier 2 deck. I don't want to say it's tier 1 because obviously it's not going to be fast enough to fight those, you know, turn 1, turn 2 wins. And a lot of times we get locked down by mono, or not mono blue, but blue-white control. Azorius control will really beat this deck pretty consistently, but of course we have ways to combat that. Bilious Skulldweller is a good way to early game push, and then Venerated Rot Priest can also get some toxic out there. If we're able to target anything with Infectious Bite on our opponent's side, we also get a poison counter there. Once we start the poison train, all the proliferate will also trigger, making this deck much better. Don't forget your Mirrors. Mirrors are absolutely a must against control decks, against aggro decks or tempo or mid-range decks. This is just going to be another land. We're trying to push out our mid-range tempo as much as possible. In the early version of the deck, I think I ran 2 Necrogen and 3 Glissa. I ever since cut them down because the meta has gone way too aggressive. So I added Necrogen Communion, which I found in a few deck lists. I think these are pretty good cards, but a lot of them run 4. I don't agree with that. This is a basically stacking onto one creature, and if your opponent removes that creature, you're letting them 2 for 1 in you. Mono red does that a lot. I don't like it for this game. I don't want to get 2 for 1 all the time because it's very short on value already. So that's why I have Undying Malice. It's a response rather than a 2 for 1 all right away. And the response will bring a creature back. So we're 1 for 2ing them. So that's making it better. Right? And then we have Drown in Ichor, something that I talked about in the beginning. You definitely need Drown in Ichor over Go for the Throw or Annoying Procession. No, that's not the card, right? Annoying in Ichor. Annoying with Affliction. Yeah. A lot of people want to run this card. I don't agree with it. It's a really good card. It's fantastic for a control deck, but for this deck, no, we don't have the time. We just gotta push. We gotta push with Drown in Ichor so that we get -4/-4 on one creature as a removal, but we also proliferate. And a few games that you already seen, right? We also proliferate our own creature just to get that. We also target our own creature, even though it kills it, just to get that proliferate for the win. And those games, if I had Annoying with Affliction, we're not winning those games. We're already losing the board. We're losing tempo. We just gotta push to that last poison, and this is how we get there. So that's why this deck runs exactly as it is. I don't think there's anything else we can do to kind of improve this deck. There probably is. I just can't think of any. I guess there probably are some arguments of cutting the Bloated Contaminator from 4 down to 2 and adding 2 more Blightbelly Rat. I think that might also be okay, just because this is a toxic that also proliferate, so that we can try to get as much poison as we can early game. That's, you know, neither here nor there, but I think that's how I would run it. There is another card that I don't have that I see a lot of decks run. Vraska. Not this Vraska. We gotta go to craft, and let's see. This is the Vraska. Vraska Swarm's Eminence, which is pretty good, right? You make a Deathtouch Assassin, and then whenever your Deathtouch creatures deal damage to a player, you get a +1/+1 counter on it. It's sort of a little bit of a Deathtouch synergy, but Deathtouch with Fang means that you can continuously pump out things that will then deal damage to, or give poison to your opponent. But in addition to all of that, all the proliferate now proliferates Vraska, so it's not just 2 1/1 assassins. You can proliferate to 3, 4, maybe even 5 assassins, and that makes this Vraska insanely good. Still a 4-mana card. It's very rare for us to be able to play that in this fast meta, but it's something to consider. If you want to put this in, I'll probably cut a Bloated Contaminator. I think 21 lands is it. I don't want any more lands. I don't think we can run any less lands. And the funny thing is, with 21 lands, right? We cannot run any more or less. 21 lands is exactly how much most deck lists runs. Some deck lists runs 20, some deck lists run 22. I average out to 21. But my feeling is that I've been getting 4 or 5 landers in so many of these games. I cannot justify putting in more lands, but if I cut down to 20 or 19 lands, every game I play is going to be a 1 lander, and we'll never win those. So that's how I feel about this deck. Really, really fun. I recommend that you try it out in Pioneer or Explore. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.